The office buzzed like a disturbed beehive. Francine had descended from her HR castle, her attitude fierce, her red bun taut, giving her a faux Asian look as she bobbed through the maze of cubicles. She slapped the new recruitment guidelines onto every desk. Mortimer grimaced as he scanned the fresh ink. 48 inches? What is this? A height quota or an amusement park ride? We're hiring Grim Reapers, Francine, not recruiting tween Halloweeners. Take it up with HR, Mort. You are HR, Francine. Not here, not now. Then when? Later. You know the protocol. Set up a meeting, she said while gliding towards the exit door. Mortimer walked into the break room. Those are some changes, eh, Mort? Asked a coworker from across the counter. Things have certainly changed, and I, for one, am not standing for it, Mortimer said, topping off his coffee cup. There was a pride in being a tall reaper, towering over mortals, listening to their teeth chatter as they wet themselves. Those were the good old days. Now will just be a joke to everyone. With shoulders slumped, he grabbed his scythe and went out to face the living world. The next day, Mortimer arrived early and called an office meeting. Francine's slanted eyes squinted with laser focus, her arms crossed, clinging to his every word. I'll keep it brief, Mortimer said. I have decided to retire. Mort, you can't retire until you train a new recruit, said Francine in her usual rasp. That's preposterous. Those are the rules. Since when? Since yesterday. Obviously you didn't read the fine print. Mortimer seethed, snapping. Fine, get me a recruit. I will start today. The door to Francine's office creaked open, and a hunched Mortimer walked into the hall, where a short, round-faced, tiny reaper stood waiting with an oversized scythe. Hello, God, snorted Jack, amused at his own wittiness as he looked up at Mortimer. I feel a bit like Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack said. You know, you're a legend where I'm from. Mortimer whipped around and growled. Oh, really? Where's that? Won't shut his pie-holeville? Testy. No, not at all. I have to train an amoeba to do a regal man's job. How hard could that be? Eager to learn, sir, Jack said in his best army voice, clicking his heels and saluting. Mortimer rolled his eyes, turned around, the screech of Jack's scythe echoing behind him as it dragged along the floor. With Jack in tow, he walked outside. They stood behind Mrs. Tiller's side hedge and peered through the window. I can't see a thing, Morty. It's Mortimer, and you should have considered your height disparity before taking the job. What are we doing here? As the Italians like to say, it's time to sleep with the fishes, Mrs. Tiller. As Jack started to walk away, he added, I just love a good mob movie. How about you, Morty? Mortimer tugged on Jack's cloak. Observe. There is a natural order to these things. Must you always be such an imbecile? Stay here, you babbling buffoon. I'm going to get a better angle. Don't move, barked Mortimer. He slithered around the garden like a snake and popped up on the other side. Frozen in place, his eyes bulged when he saw the scythe at eye level with Mrs. Tiller. In all his years of reaping, he had never been reprimanded, and he feared today would be the day he got a pink slip. He knew he should rush in and intervene, but he couldn't move. He didn't blink as Jack rested his scythe against the wall, climbed up on a dining room chair, and grabbed Mrs. Tiller by the hands, twirling her around as they swayed back and forth. Her face twinkled with happiness. Blimey! Holy crumpets! Mortimer whispered to himself. He watched them have tea together and then disappear up the stairs. Minutes later, Jack found Mortimer still huddled by the window, trying to catch a glimpse. Morty! Jack, what do you think you're doing? Reaping. Looked like you were playing Ring Around the Rosie. She wanted to dance to remember her late husband as she listened to their favorite song, so I granted her last wish. Why? Why not? Why can't we reap with compassion? Mortimer punched his time card and headed down to the Helpless Souls bar. Hello, Sam. I desperately need a gin and reaper. What's eating you today, Mort? It's this new muppet they just hired. He thinks he should reap, get this, with compassion. He even danced with the old broad. Sam poured Mortimer's drink. The bar was silent. The evening crowd still hadn't arrived yet, and only a couple of regulars were scattered in the corner tables. I don't know, Mort. Doesn't sound too bad giving an old dame her last wish. I think we all need a bit more compassion. It might help everyone understand one another. Mortimer looked down at his drink, contemplating Sam's words. The next morning, the bartender's words still resonated in Mortimer's head. He went into the kitchen to make himself a cup of coffee when the doorbell rang. The door opened with slow deliberation. On the other side was Jack.
Good morning, old-timer. It's time for your dirt nut, bambino.
Jack snickered. Bloody hell! Mortimer paused and then sighed. Come on in. Can I at least enjoy my morning cup of coffee?
Jeez, Morty, I'm a reaper, not a monster.
With a warm smile, Jack asked,
Cream and sugar?